Hello everyone, in this video we're going to go over daily grammar practice DGP for Monday. I've got a digital sheet of paper here in front of me. You're going to do it on a physical sheet of paper. I have listed the sentence that we're going to go over just for this example. You'll be given your own sentence. But anytime you're given a sentence on the board, when you come in for the bell ringer, you will write that sentence on your paper. You can go ahead and write it 4 times, but give yourself some space in between so you can label. If you don't want to go ahead and write those, you can just write it for Monday and write the other sentences as you go throughout the week. But we're going to focus just on Monday today. And Monday is parts of speech. Now, if we look at our DGP help pages, it should be the first page you see on there. Now, on Monday, for parts of speech, you typically want to start with the easy stuff first. Now, how I have organized the DGP help pages for you is I've put the easy stuff first on the help pages. So you want to look for nouns, pronouns, and verbs before you look for anything else. Now, when we're looking at parts of speech, we're asking ourselves, what role does each of these words play in the sentence? What are they doing in the sentence? So if we're looking for nouns, our help pages tell us what a noun is: a person, place, thing, or idea. Make sure you understand what that idea means. An idea is an abstract concept like happiness. You can't hold happiness in your hands, or love, or stuff like that, but it is a noun. It's kind of a thing. It's just an abstract thing. So if we're looking for nouns in our sentence, one thing I really want to point out, again, you are looking for what is each word, what role is each word playing in the sentence. Now, if you looked at school by itself, you would probably say that school is a noun. It's a place. It's somewhere you go to. But is school in this sentence acting as the place that you go to? In this case, it is not. School is actually describing the year here. So we're not going to mark school as a noun because it's not playing that role in this sentence. Year, however, year is a thing. It's a common noun in this sentence. So we're going to label it with an N. We know to label it with an N because if we go down here under the noun section, a common noun is labeled with a lowercase n. So that's how we label that on our paper. If we look through here, we don't have any other nouns in this sentence, but we do have some words, if we look at our help pages, that take the place of a noun. So we're looking for words that take a place of a noun. We takes the place of, if I were saying Mr. Goulet and his students will have a wonderful school year. Instead of saying Mr. Goulet and his students, those nouns there, I'm using we to replace that noun. So that is a pronoun. That's what a pronoun does. Is instead of saying the noun itself, we use the pronoun instead. So that is a pronoun. Now for pronouns, we have specific pronouns that we have to label. We don't just label it pro. We've got to figure out what kind of pronoun it is. And in this case, it's being used as the subject. We see we right here. So that is a nominative pronoun. We also want to figure out what person it's in, first, second, or third person. The person speaking is the first person. So if that pronoun includes the person speaking, that's the first person. If the pronoun is referring to the person that they are talking to, that's the second person, and everyone else is the third person. Well, if I look at my sentence, we includes me. I'm the one talking, so we includes me. That's the first person. So we is a first person nominative pronoun. So that's how I label we. Now, there aren't any other pronouns in this sentence, so I want to move on to verbs. Verbs, there are 3 types of verbs that we could have. We have action, it shows action. We have linking. Linking verbs link the subject to another word in the sentence, usually a state of being, like is, be, am. When you say, this thing is this, or some other version of is, that is a linking verb. Or if it's a helping verb. Helping verbs help the action, or linking verb usually determine the tense of those verbs. So if you have two verbs in there, and one is helping determine what tense the other verb is. That is a helping verb. Notice is could be a linking verb, but it also could be a helping verb. So make sure you're keeping that in mind. So let's look at our sentence here. We will have a wonderful school year. Both will and have. Have is another one of those. Have could be a helping verb, but in this case it's an action verb. Have, you're doing the action of having. So that is an action verb. Now will is a verb, but it's not a linking verb. It's not linking we to some other word in the sentence. It's helping us determine what tense have is in. So it is a helping verb, and it's helping us determine the tense of have, and it tells us that have is in the future. Will have. We will have a wonderful school year. That's the future tense, so we label have as an action verb in the future tense. All right, now we've got the easy stuff out of the way. We can look at the rest of these words. We have to figure out what role these words play. Now, if you look at our help pages, we've got tenses there, verbals. We don't have any verbals, but they do pop up. Modifiers. Modifiers are the ones we're going to be using a lot. So if it's not a noun, verb, or pronoun, modifier is the section you want to look at next, because chances are you're going to have quite a few of those. If we look at adjectives, it modifies a noun or pronoun. An adverb modifies verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. And articles, a, an, and the. Those are just straightforward. If it's a, an, or the, it is an article. Let's see if we have an article in here. We have a. So a is an article. I'll go ahead and label that. Now, we have to determine, are these words, wonderful and school, are they modifying anything? Well, wonderful is describing the year here. We're going to have a wonderful year. It's not modifying school, it's modifying year. So year is a noun. If we look here, adjectives modify nouns. So we're going to label wonderful as an adjective. Same for school. Remember, school, if you saw it by itself, you'd probably think it was a noun, but it's not playing the role of a noun in this sentence. It is describing the year, school year. So again, we have a modifier of a noun. School is also an adjective. So that is Monday's DGP. That would be how you do Monday's DGP. Start with the easy stuff, then work your way to the more difficult stuff. Making sure you use your help pages for absolutely everything. Those help pages are going to help you quite a bit. You're going to be required to have them anyway, so make sure you use them to your benefit. That's all for this video. I will have other videos for the rest of the week later. Have a great day.